It is. And then they start talking about their booties. And I'm like, Nene, blow up booty. Like, Kenya, stop. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Being Simone Iman. This is Simone, and if you're new here, I pretty much do a little bit of everything. This is my personal diary, so sometimes we have TV show reviews, movie suggestions, product hauls, fashion hauls, just whatever I'm feeling at the moment. So if those are things that interest you, or you're feeling my vibe or my style, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, the bell notification to know whenever I upload videos. Today we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13 episode 2, and it's gonna be quick. Y'all, I really don't know how I feel about this season so far. Granted, we are only 2 episodes in, but you know, I don't want to make it seem like it's all about like Nene about not being there, because Nene has not been there before. What episode? Season 9? 8 or 9 Nene was missing, but just this vibe is different. I don't know if it's all the new girls and the guest girls and the friends of the show. I don't know, it's different, but let's get into it. So we start off talking about Porsche protesting, and she gets arrested for the 2nd time, and she just describes, you know, peacefully protesting on a bridge and how it brought her back to the moment where her grandfather was a part of the Bloody Sunday protest in Selma, Alabama, and I think that's a true connection for her. I'm happy she's able to channel his energy in that way. You know, we really thrive off of our ancestors, you guys. They absolutely have a heavy light on the path of our lives. You know, it's just a part of that whole faithfulness of having, you know, a divine connection to something. You know, I like that for her, because I think that's what this Breonna Taylor Black Lives Matter thing is for her. It's more of a divine connection. It's her birthright, and it's her leaving her impact on the world, and I'm super into that for her. And then we shift scenes and we go to Drew, and something about Ralph is toxic, y'all. I'm just gonna say it. She has little babies. They're like toddlers, like kindergartners. I thought they, I don't know how old I thought her kids were, but I just didn't expect them to be that small. Anyway, or I didn't think that, I thought if anything they were babies. I don't know what I thought, but that's kind of like how I feel about the season. Anyway, they're cooking breakfast together. 2 things I noticed: she was off-brand syrup, and those pancakes were light-skinned as all hell. She says that when her and Ralph are going through things, most of the times they just table the issue to get through to the next day. Toxic. Everything about this is toxic, you guys. They're about to rehearse for online church with her mother, who's a pastor, and her mother says that her message is going to be about bridling your tongue, and she kind of like gives Ralph a look. Here's the thing: Drew has her mom in the home with her, so she always has someone on her side. Ralph seems to already be very combative and argumentative and defensive, so if he feels like he is the Lone Ranger and everything, that's just further pulling that part of his personality out of him, and it's negative. And Drew says that in a later scene, like that's bad for their kids, like the tension amongst them, like y'all shouldn't be fussing over them standing in this chair. Like, is that a fuss? Like, don't do it. Pick your battles. I love when her mama says, because I tell it like a T-I-S-T. It's so OG. Anyway, then we get to LaToya and Kenya, and they're giving Ebony girl on girl. I'm just gonna say it. Like, it's too touchy-feely, and it's so weird to see Kenya be so open with a newbie and someone whose personality is so different from hers. Because I never see, like, LaToya gives fun girl, Dottie, and it's kind of like the energy that Portia gives, but Kenya hated Portia. So I don't get it. But like I said last episode, y'all, I think that Kenya is trying to align herself with the new blood to secure her spot on the show. Not necessarily because she likes these girls. It's obvious that the producers of Real Housewives of Atlanta are trying to get more youth on the show. They got like 15 friends of the show, and they all under 35. Like, it's obvious. So I just think that Kenya's trying to align herself in that way. Then as soon as she gets there, LaToya gets there, after they stop rubbing each other's asses and talking about how good each other look, they start going in on Drew again. And I'm just not understanding this issue that they have with Drew. And they're like, first of all, Drew's wig on TV wasn't that bad. And I feel like they look worse on TV than they probably do in person. But then also, like, Kenya, you can't talk because your tracks are always showing. Drew actually uploaded a picture of Kenya's U-part wig track showing as the episode aired. Like, and then last season, Kenya's leave-out was all popped out. So why you worried about her wig? Worry about your real hair that you have so much pride in. Because it's a mess. Anyway, Kenya starts talking about Drew's wig, and that's a bust. And then they basically talk about the fact that she wants to get a divorce. And you know, LaToya is a YouTuber, and I guess they just like didn't mention that, but that's why she had that camera. And she's like, I'm gonna put you on dating websites, I'm gonna put myself on dating websites. And it was just like a fun girl moment. If Kenya wants to be fun girl, hey, why she married? Let her be fun girl. But it's giving me very much Giselle Jamal Bryant relationship. It's a storyline. It is. And then they start talking about their booties, and I'm like, Nene, blow up booty. Like, Kenya, stop. Anyway, that's before I move on, that's why it's not genuine. For LaToya to have so much to say about Drew's wig, what about Kenya's whopped ass? So we're gonna pretend like her booty job not horrible? Whew, Jesus. And then we move on to Candy, Cynthia, and Kenya at their workout session. They all said they gained between 25 and 30 pounds, and it looks like it is just some big old booties. But it seems like everybody got their body done because they waist stay small, but they ass be big as all outdoors. Maybe not Cynthia. I wouldn't say Cynthia got her body done, but we know for sure Candy's gotten her body done. And we also know that Kenya's got her body done. Anyway, Candy says she's getting ready to take Riley to college, and they're going to drive the Sprinter because it's COVID. You know, they're not going to put all their family on a plane. And then they take a break and talk to Cynthia about the wedding. Cynthia's like, oh, 250 people. And Kenya's like, 250 people during the pandemic? Like, it's socially irresponsible. And you guys, I love Cynthia Bailey. She's my birthday twin. We're both born on February the 19th. But I just could not be on the same page with her with having this big old wedding in the height of the pandemic. And then Candy in her confessional was like, look, don't ask me about planning nothing because I always break the rules. This is true. This is very much true. They start talking about whether Cynthia's getting a prenup. And then, of course, we know from Candy's experience, she's like, don't wait till the last minute. Of course not. She said even after they got married, it was an issue for them. And then Kenya's like, giving all this baseless advice, and she don't even have a prenup. That's what it be for me with Kenya. Then she says she has a very successful hair care line. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know a soul who used Kenya Moore hair care. Miel Organics, Kaleidoscope, Miss Jessie's, Uncle Funky's. I don't know a soul who uses Kenya Moore's hair care. But hey, if she say so. She also said she has no debt. Now, I would have led with that one. I don't have no debt. I own my home. I own my vehicle. I would have led with those. I wouldn't have led with a very successful hair care company because I just don't see it. It's giving delusional. It's giving every hue, honey. And then the next scene is with Portia, Tanya, and Lauren. You know, I just love, now Portia and Tanya's girl crush thing to me resonates more because they know each other, I guess, and they took the time to get to know each other to build up to that. You don't seem calculated like Kenya and LeToya. Anywho, they're going to see a friend of the show, Fallon, and they're going to go swimming and all of that. And then they start talking about their relationships during quarantine, which was accurate as fuck. Look, it was a roller coaster over here, okay? And then Portia's like talking about her and Dennis. What y'all think about Dennis and Portia? I don't know. I feel like they old. Like, Portia's about to be 40. She's like Beyonce's age. Ain't no time to play, basically, is what I'm saying. And they make up to break up too much. Now, right now, today, in December 2020, they back together. It's giving toxic. It's giving very much toxic. And how the hell, this is what I wrote in my notes. How did they find time to break up in between protesting, quarantining, PJ, and her mama? I lost. I was lost. And then they get to the house and Fallon opens the door. She's giving very exotic Chili from TLC vibes. And then we meet Simon. I wasn't expecting Simon to look like Simon, but they're a cute couple. And Fallon's like, I got hookahs and they have a nice pool. Their home is beautiful. You know, these are the housewives that we want to see. Fallon is married. She lives a luxurious life. Like, can you more? You might be getting cut. We got Fallon in the cut. And Simon seemed like he was down to film. That's one thing about these husbands. Funky doesn't even mention that in his video. Like Ralph, they seem down, like they want to participate. Simon seems like he wants to participate. Simon was in the cut watching them big Atlanta peaches bouncing that water, smoking cigars and drinking yak. Like, he wants to participate. Anyway, Fallon asks Portia about being arrested, and then they just talk about everything that happened to her. And she says that when she came home, she cried for 3 days. And I can believe it. You guys, this shit is tiring. I actually saw a video today of a man getting arrested in a food court in a mall because someone said that a black man in dreads and in all black had a hot credit card. They put handcuffs on him while he's eating his Philly cheesesteak in the food court in front of his children and his family. You guys, it's just tiring. It's draining, honestly. Black Lives Matter. That's all I can say about it. Portia, in her articulating how she feels, y'all, Portia has grown so much since her first season, and I just could listen to her talk about her work all day because it's giving a very, you know, relatable perspective on something. To some of us, you know, to some of us, protesting and going to jail and stuff like that can seem very taboo and scary, but Portia doing it, it's just something about it that brings it right here. Like, I liked to hear her talk about what she was doing in her experience. I love Portia's internet look, the beach wave, short bob, blunt cut. It's a look. And then Fallon, great rich hostess, has gift boxes for them when they leave. And then we get back to Drew with his passive aggressive ass. And one thing that I see between Drew and Ralph is they're very tit for tat. If you say this, I gotta say that. It's childish. Like, I'd rather give a motherfucker the silent treatment than be going back and forth with you when we talking about nothing. You know? It was very archaic, very chauvinist of him to like try to seclude her from the home ownership process, especially because she said this is her first home, and he's like, oh, all you need to do is pack the boxes, I'll handle the business. That's how you end up on the street, okay? Because then you realize your name ain't on this deed and he got all the rights to the property. It didn't give me a good feeling the way he was talking to her about that house. And then she tells him that she's found him a counselor, and he automatically says, oh, so you talked to her about me already? Assumption maybe. Like, she never said I told her what we're going through. She said I found a counselor. Like, bitch, fall back, relax. He's just not the one. And I don't like, you know what I don't like about him? He like a smooth talker. Like, he be saying the most crazy shit, but the tone of his voice is like soothing. It's like white noise or something. It's scary. I don't like it. And then she's like, when she says that they're buying a house, but in last week's episode she said that they threaten divorce every other day. I don't know how I feel about that. Should y'all be purchasing a home together if y'all considering divorce every other day? I don't know a lot, but I don't think that's a good move. Then we get to Cynthia and Mike and this wedding, y'all. And I ain't even really trying to go blow for blow about this whole wedding situation. You know, I love me some 53 Cent or however old she is right now. But she's very much so contradicting herself. She is more attached to the production of a big wedding than she is to actually marrying Mike. It's obvious by everything she's saying. She wants the glitz, the glam, and the fame. It's giving very much clout. When he told her we wearing masks right now, which they not wearing masks, they wearing face shield. The CDC, y'all didn't read the CDC guidelines, y'all? They don't do nothing. You gotta have a mask on with a face shield. Where do these celebrities be at when they doing all this and all that? Like, girl, you about to have a wedding in the middle of a pandemic with 250 people? Is that important to you to be seen? I don't know, especially since she been married before. It just don't feel genuine to me. It's giving me clout and fame. And I hate to say it, y'all, because I love her. Like, they gonna have an area list for fucking what? I can watch my children climb on my furniture at home. Like, ooh, Jesus. And then she gets mad. Cynthia gets mad because Mel and Mike are both saying you could just get married at Lake Babe. As if she don't have $1 million home. Look, I'm gonna end on this. The King of Reeds, I love Justin. I just discovered Justin during the pandemic. And he often talks about this concept called Eat the Rich. Rich people have rich people problems, okay? This woman have $1 million home on property on a lake. You can set that scene so beautifully and have a safe, intimate wedding. But yet you rather endanger the lives of 250 with contact tracing, possibly 1,000 people, for what? The optics? It just didn't make me feel good. And on that ride home, she just kept digging a deeper and deeper and deeper hole. Because sis, you done got some gold earrings made with your wedding day, but you're not attached to the wedding day. So are you attached to the wedding day? Are you attached to the marriage? Or do you not know? It's giving clout. Anyway, you guys, that's what Housewives of Atlanta was like this week. I'm gonna keep doing the videos because I want to increase the content on my channel, but I can't tell y'all if I'm actually interested or not, because I really ain't. This scene, like this shit, and then in the previews they show Kenya kind of doubting Portia's philanthropy and her stance in the Black Lives Matter movement. That kind of shit make me not want to watch. I'm just be real. But anyway, you guys, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next week.